narratives, documentaries, press services, and programs on location or outside live broadcasting of mass and other church functions, government or indoor functions, and palladium in large enterprises. All services are offered at competitive prices. Tune in daily to catch Luntha television on Zuko on Channel 51, Starsat Channel 474, Star Times Channel 474, Topstar 474, Kriye 007, GoTV on Channel 807, Azam on Channel 386, and live streams on our YouTube and Facebook platforms. You can find us in Area 2 Lilongwe or can reach us on 0883 815 055. Come, let us help you grow your business.
Hello and thank you for joining us. It's time for news. Enjoy with me, Fales Jizombe. First, the headlines. Pope Francis remembers victims of natural disasters, prays for world peace. 2024 National Youth Summit commences in Lilongwe. Macra Connect to School project on track despite challenges. And in other news, Moscow targeted as Ukraine and Russia trade huge drone attacks. We have these and more. Stay with us. During the Sunday Angelus, Pope Francis offered his prayers and sympathies with victims of the volcanic eruption in Indonesia and flood victims in Valencia, Spain. The Holy Father also appealed for dialogue of unrest in Mozambique and an end to bloodshed in Ukraine, Palestine, Israel, Myanmar, and Sudan. Tandem Zumara reading a Vatican news report.
Pope Francis offered his prayers for Indonesia's victims, the displaced, and their families. 10 persons with confirmed dead and dozens injured by Sunday as emergency evacuations were underway to move residents away from the areas affected. Remembering Valencia and surrounding areas of Spain hit by massive flash floods in recent weeks, the Pope asked everyone to pray for the people and consider offering a helping hand in some way to assist them in rescue and relief efforts. The extreme flooding affected southern and eastern Spain in late October following heavy rains. Over 200 people died and emergency services are continuing their search for hundreds still missing. The Pope then turned his thoughts to the Southeast African nation of Mozambique, where weeks of civil unrest continue following the nation's contested elections last month and where international rights groups say dozens have been killed. Expressing his concern of the worrying news coming from Mozambique, the Pope urged everyone to engage in dialogue and negotiation to spare no energy in finding just solutions to the challenges. He urged everyone to pray for the people of the nation and that the present situation will not cause them to lose faith in the path of democracy, justice, and peace. The Pope then renewed his appeals for world peace, remembering in particular suffering Ukraine, where hospitals and other civilian structures are being hit. He renewed his calls for prayers for Palestine, Israel, Lebanon, Myanmar, Sudan, and peace throughout the world.
The Catholic Church in Malawi has launched preparations for the 2025 Epiphany Sunday celebrations with a call to parents and leaders to ensure that children are given a platform to lead in various activities. Bishop Montfort Stima of the Catholic Diocese of Mangochi, who led the Eucharistic celebration on Sunday, marked the launch at St. Margarine of Canossa, Kochi Parish. He emphasized that children need to be given a chance to learn leadership skills by providing them with platforms such as what happens during Epiphany Sunday. The church gives children a platform to lead the liturgy during Epiphany Sunday celebrations, championed by Society of the Holy Childhood under the Pontifical Mission Societies. The Epiphany will be celebrated on January 5th, 2025 in all parishes and dioceses, with a national celebration at Koche Parish. Brenda Mwanza interviewed Bishop Montfort Stima and Father Ephraim Peter Medea, the PMS National Director.
It is very important because for anybody to be even an adult, you first have to be a child. So it is the children where we impart a lot of values, gospel values, spiritual values, and even the values that make them to be human. They have to acquire them when they are still young. That's why we need to give them that platform that they should know while they are still young, because as they are growing up, they are going to grow up with these values, and they will be good citizens and also good Christians in the church.
In the preparations, what do you expect ahead of the Epiphany Sunday?
We have launched the preparation of Epiphany Sunday here in Mangosh Diocese, especially here at Koche Parish, St. Magdalena of Canossa Parish. We're expecting that the children will do the work of praying for the mission of the church, for the success of Epiphany Sunday. The children will do their missionary work, especially in the area of teaching their fellow children to be missionaries. And also we're expecting the children to raise money for mission, and then above all we're expecting to have a good Epiphany Sunday.
Minister of Youth and Sports, Suchizim Kandawili, has challenged youths in the country to unlock their potential and take lead in achieving the Malawi Vision 2063. The call comes amid a 3-day National Youth Summit hosted by National Youth Council of Malawi in Lilongwe under the theme Renewed Commitment to Youth Development Towards Malawi 2063. Rashida Matandika reading this report.
In his remarks, Minister of Youth and Sports, Uchizim Kandawire, stressed that youth have a huge responsibility in achieving the country's 2063 vision. Nkandawire reiterated the government's commitment to empowering youth through various economic initiatives, including AGCOM and NEF loans.
Well, what we are trying to say is that there is indeed a lot that needs to be done for us to make use of the youth that we have in the country. You know that the youth constitute more than 50% of our population, and according to Agenda 2063, youth are the ones who are supposed to drive this agenda. For us to realize Malawi 2063, we need the youth to be involved.
In his sentiments, Duncan Chiani, board chairperson for the National Youth Council of Malawi, emphasized the importance of the summit, citing that it provides a platform for youth to discuss and devise solutions to overcome obstacles. He stressed that the summit has provided a platform for youth to empower each other and be better people in the society.
Today I have a lot of things that are exciting me. Firstly, this is the first of its kind, having a National Youth Summit where you bring young people from across the country, from all walks of life, and being able to have a conversation with them. So this will be a great time. So that's the first excitement, you know, how the young people are going to be mentored in some programs within the summit. But another exciting factor about this summit is also the launch of the National Youth Council strategic plan. You know.
According to Thomas Muntali, National Planning Commission Director General, youth should take part in the 2025 elections. He stated that youth have potential to bring change in communities and take lead in development projects. He also stated that through the implementation of the 2 strategic plans, they are going to help the youth to get all the help they want to attain 2063 goals.
No, these two documents are very important because, as we all know, the Malawi 2063 is youth-centric, and we're asking ourselves to say, so how are the youth going to be actively engaged? So the youth engagement strategy and now the National Youth Council Strategic Plan is clearly defining the intervention areas. That is why the theme for this time is a renewed commitment towards youth development as we're moving towards Malawi 2063.
The National Youth Summit has drawn youth leaders from across the country with the aim of commenced on the 11th of November and is expected to close on the 13th with a Youth Culture Day on the 12th of November 2024.
The Malawi Communications Regulatory Authority, MACRA, says the construction of computer laboratories in schools and Connect to School project is on track, despite some challenges like fuel and supply of materials. Father Francis Damasek, who is one of MACRA board members, said this to the media at Chikombelo Community Day Secondary School in Balaka District, when committees of Parliament on Education and Media conducted a joint supervisory tour. He said MACRA acknowledges the place to iron out the delaying challenges. Andrew Nandolo has filed a report read by Jean Galandi Bernard.
During the Joint Committees of Parliament on Education and Media Supervisory Tour, Father Damaseke said, despite some challenges the first phase is facing, the project is making headways and that the challenges are lessons learned. He said, today people are living in a global village where everything depends on technology. He said, this is the way to simplify education so that pupils and students should use for studies rather than depending on a chunk of books. Father Damaseke said, MACRA, through Connect to School project, will connect the education sector to the rest of the world.
You know, the world is changing. In the past, we used to say, I'll go to Nzuzu, I'll go to South Africa. But these days, we are saying we are living in a global village. It's a pity that we are talking this in 2024. As long as we received democracy, technology is the way to go. In the past, you used to have big cameras, you as journalists, but you see these days things are simplified. Likewise, we want education to be simplified. Gone are the days where students who have a chunk of books. Books should be found on the internet. Information should be found on the internet. What they are learning in China, what they are learning in Belgium, what they are learning in South Africa should also be learned here in Malawi. So this is just like a starter of the so many things that MACRA has envisioned to come.
On his part, Besta Awari, Member of Parliament for Zomba Central Constituency, who is a member of Education Committee in Malawi National Assembly, said there are a number of positives on the project. He said, as Education Committee, he is very happy with quality of the works he has seen.
As a joint committee of Parliament, Education and the Media Committee, indeed we came here to supervise the works that are being undertaken by MACRA, being funded by USF, and we call these projects Connect a School project. We are very happy that we are here, and after supervising the works, we have seen a number of positives. The works are of good quality, but also they have got a number of challenges, especially in terms of materials. The delivery itself, I think, is taking quite a long time because of the challenges that we have of fuel and some other challenges as well. But all in all, what we could say as a committee, we are very happy that the works are being done with quality work.
MACRA is constructing 75 computer laboratories across the Malawi, of which 50 are being funded by Universal Service Fund and 25 are under MACRA.
Navy Media Center. Before you proceed, a look at the headlines. Moving forward with the news, it has been noted that Malawians have normalized corruption as a culture that is living among the citizens. The remarks were made by the Principal Corruption Prevention Officer Sam Kambani in Balaka District at a focused discussion organized for District Council officials, traditional leaders and civil society organizations aimed at amplifying voice against corruption in the country. Kambani said that corruption cases have increased in the country since 2014, with 21 being the worst year and just a little decrease in 2024. Rashida Matandika filed this report led in our studios by Charity Chilanga.
According to the Principal Corruption Prevention Officer Sam Kambani, there is less action against corruption because more report such practices when their mission fails. He attributed corruption as the most contributing factor to poverty and poor development in the country.
It is a well-known fact that corruption is paid by the poor. And when somebody has taken some funds that were meant for space-based development, the one who suffers are those that are supposed to consume that development. So when you take funds that were meant for, let's say, construction of a hospital or the construction of a durable road, whatever happens with the funds and somebody has taken it, there will be no roads, there will be no good hospitals. As such, everyone is going to suffer.
Project Officer Anti-Corruption and Rule of Law at YAS, Jen Chibisa, said they are running a 2-year-old project known as Postal and Citizen Action Against Corruption so as to engage communities into action.
We are deeply concerned of the alarming of corruption cases here in Malawi, and corruption has not left any district or any place. So that is why we decided to design this initiative. In as much as the ACB and the government launched the National Anti-Corruption Strategies, nothing is really changing. Corruption continues to increase. So through our initiative, we aim to work with the citizens themselves because we understand corruption does not happen in a vacuum. As you have heard from the presentations, corruption actually starts from us as the citizens.
YAS is implementing the project nationwide with support from National Endowment for Democracy.
In sports, Malawi's rising soccer star Temwa Chawinga has made a stunning impact in the National Women's Soccer League, with her impressive debut performance earning her the title of the most valuable African player. According to the latest market update from the US Women's Top Flight League, Temwa's value has skyrocketed to £300,000, just about 525,300,000 kwacha. This remarkable achievement solidifies her position as one of the continent's top players. Emmanuel Shocha reports.
As a sister of a renowned Malawian footballer, Tabitha Chawinga, Temwa Chawinga has proven herself to be a force of reckon with on the field. Her outstanding skill and dedication have caught the attention of soccer fans and experts worldwide. Temwa's debut season at Club Kamsasa City has nothing short of spectacular as she scooped the Golden Boot Award with her incredible performance. She ranks the most valuable African player, surpassing Nigerian footballer Asisati Oshoala, who comes fifth at $280,000, about 490 million kwacha, and Zambian Barbara Banda of Orlando Pride, whose places 60th at $270,000, about 481 million kwacha. A well-known football analyst, Kim Kamau, has applauded Temwa for her dedication and hard work. Temwa has proven to the world that everything is possible if you...
Temwa Chawinga for winning the Golden Boot Award, and she's in the semi-final of the cup. I think she will play Orlando Pride. So in as far as everything is concerned, I think she has put Malawi on the world map. There are some people that don't even know where Malawi is at, but since her joining Kansas City Queens, I think she has done very good. Nobody has achieved everything that she has achieved for the past 6 or 7 months. If you look at the American League, you find that there are so many African players that are playing. They are trained in America, but for Temwa to be among the best, I think we should be proud. We should be proud, and government should also make sure that football is well sponsored, especially women's football, because this time around there are only some few people that are sponsoring the women's league, like Bushiri. So we need a lot of people, a lot of companies to come in and join.
Kamau emphasized the importance of government support for women's football urging authorities to sponsor women's football initiative. This will enable women in the country to compete at the highest level. The Football Association of Malawi, FAM, has pledged to ensure women's football in the country is well organized and fully sponsored, producing quality players like Tema Chawinga. Tema's achievement is a testament to the growing talent and recognition of Malawi's football on the global stage, making the country's pride alongside her sister, Tabitha Chawinga. For Luntha News, this is Emmanuel Georgia.
And news from elsewhere, Russia and Ukraine have carried out their largest drone attacks against each other since the start of the war. Russia's defense ministry said it intercepted 84 Ukrainian drones over 6 regions, including some approaching Moscow, which forced flights to be diverted from 3 of the capital's major airports. Ukraine's Air Force said Russia launched 145 drones towards every part of the country on Saturday night, with most shot down. Tandem Zumara reading a BBC News report.
Ukraine's attempted strike on Moscow was also its biggest attack on the capital since the war began and was described as massive by the region's governor. Most of the drones were downed in the Ramensk, Koloma, and Domodedovo districts, officials said. In Ramenskoye, southwest of Moscow, 5 people were injured and 4 houses